A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Jack Benny Program. Jack Benny with Barry Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, immediately after this radio show, Jack Benny will do another of his monthly television programs. But in the meantime, let's go back to last Monday when Jack returned from a successful personal appearance at the Kern Theater in San Francisco. As we look in on Jack, he's at home going over some mementos of his theater appearance.
7,098. 7,099.
What are you doing, boss?
Oh, I'm just checking over the number of programs you sold during my engagement in San Francisco.
I thought I sold quite a lot of them.
Oh, you did, Rochester, and those programs made wonderful souvenirs. They had my biography and pictures of my entire life in them.
I know. Say, boss, in that picture on the second page, was that man standing beside you your father?
No, he was my violin teacher, and he had just finished giving me a lesson.
But why were you wearing that big floppy hat?
That's not a hat, it's my violin. The teacher just broke it over my head. He was very impulsive, you know.
Very impulsive, very impulsive.
Hello, Polly. I'm glad you're home from the pet shop. Now, Rochester, I hope you put away all the things I brought from San Francisco.
I did that this morning.
And you do what I told you to do about laying out all my clothes and calling the cleaner to get them?
I did that, too.
Good. Now go upstairs and make sure I didn't leave anything in my clothes. Go through the pockets.
Again?
Oh, you went through the pockets already?
Twice. Once with the hand and once with the magnet.
Well, never mind. Do it again. You take care of my clothes. I'll answer the door.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Oh, hello, Dennis.
Welcome home.
Well, it's nice being home.
Good to see you again.
Thanks, kid.
I heard it over as soon as I heard you were back.
You did?
Yeah. Gosh, have I got something to tell you.
What, Dennis? What?
I'm quitting your show.
You're quitting the show?
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute, Dennis. What's wrong this time? Don't you like the material you get on the program?
Oh, I think the lines they give me are very funny.
Well, don't you like the short hours you have to work?
Oh, they're fine.
Well, don't you like the musical arrangements I get you for your songs?
I think they're wonderful.
And for heaven's sake, kid, what's the matter?
I don't like you.
After 14 years, you suddenly found out you don't like me.
I didn't like you when I first met you.
Look, Dennis, let's drop this silly talk. You can't quit.
Well, I'm going to quit.
Well, you can't. Your contract still has 41 years more to run.
Oh, boy, that's what I like, security.
Yeah, security. Now, let me hear the song you're going to do on Sunday's show. Hold on a second, Dennis. Hello?
Hi, Jack. This is Bob Crosby.
Oh, hello, Bob. When'd you get home from San Francisco?
Oh, who's home? I'm still up here.
Well, how come? I thought you were supposed to get back here yesterday.
Oh, yeah, but San Francisco has fascinated the boys in the band so much that I can't get them to leave.
Why, what's so fascinating to the boys in the band?
Well, Remley's absolutely amazed at all the steep hills in San Francisco.
What do you mean?
Well, it's the first time Frankie's been sober in the city cockeyed.
That I can believe. But look, when are you coming home?
Tomorrow. I tried to get the fellas to leave here tonight, but Bagby's giving a little party.
What kind of party is he giving?
Well, it's not exactly a party. He's invited the rest of the band to watch him jump off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Now, wait a minute, Bob. Wait. I know that Bagby has certain peculiarities. I can understand him wearing gloves when he plays the piano because he doesn't want to leave his fingerprints on it. I can even understand him not wanting to ever sit in a chair because of the way his uncle died. So why should he want to jump off the Golden Gate Bridge?
Oh, he did it yesterday, and he liked it.
He liked it?
Yeah, he thinks those Whitecaps are Brew 102.
Look, Bob, this is all very funny, but a man doesn't phone long distance just to tell jokes. Now, what do you want?
Well, Jack, to tell you the truth, I've run out of money, and I need some to get back to Los Angeles.
Bob, you don't need any money to get back here. All you have to do is get a road map, stand out on the highway, and motorists will pick you up.
Jack, a man in my position can't hitchhike.
Wait a minute, Bob, wait a minute. On second thought, maybe you shouldn't hitchhike. I'll send you the money. Where are you staying?
Uncle Dan's mission.
Oh, well, I'll wire it to you. So long, Bob.
Bye.
Okay, Dennis, let me hear your song, huh?
If I love you a mountain, can you love me just a tiny hill? If I love you a meadow, can you love me just a daffodil? If I need you a symphony to underscore the mood I'm in, and you need me a serenade played on a lonely violin. If I want you the whole wide world, and you want me just a lover's lane. If I miss you an ocean, and you miss me just a drop of April rain, are you my forevermore? Forevermore you are. So if I love you and you love me just an evening
See, that song sounds great, you know? I don't know what it is, but your voice gets better and better. You know, you're not only one of the best singers or... That kid gets sillier every day.
Every day.
Quiet, Polly. See, I don't know what to do today. I think,
Mr. Benny, it's nearly lunchtime. Would you like me to get you something to eat?
No, I'm not hungry. Maybe later.
Okay. By the way, what happened to Mr. Day?
He left.
Oh, then if we're alone, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it?
I want to ask you for a raise.
Again? Look, Rochester, you can forget it. I'll answer the door. Hi, Doll.
Hello, Jack.
I wasn't expecting you.
Well, I didn't intend dropping in, but I wanted to mail this letter, and I'm out of stamps. Do you have any left?
Oh, sure. They're in the next room, then. There they are.
Thanks.
Throw the folder in the wastebasket. Who's the, why, are you surprised? Who's the letter? Who's the letter to? Huh?
My mother. I'm answering one I received from her this morning.
Oh, you got a letter from your mother?
Yeah, would you like to hear it?
Certainly. What does get lost little Sheba have to say?
Well, here it is. I'll read it to you.
Okay.
My darling daughter, Mary, just a short note to let you know that all is going well here on the farm. And before I forget, I want to thank you for the lovely gift. Your Aunt Sophie is breaking her engagement with her boyfriend. It's probably just as well she broke it off. Now she won't have to go and see him on visiting day anymore. That constant kissing through the wire screen made her face look like waffles.
Yeah, most women use pancake makeup. She just uses pancake.
No other news. No other news except that I hope you saw your Uncle Willie on television last Sunday. He appeared on What's My Line and won $50.
See?
None of the experts could guess that he was a bum.
Well, good for Uncle Willie. He could use the $50. Also, the bottle of Stop It. Incidentally, he could also use...
Jack, please. There's a CS. Oh, and it's about you.
Well, read it, kid.
Okay. Mary, I read in Variety that Jack really had a successful engagement up at San Francisco and made a lot of money. I'm so happy for him because this is what he always wanted.
Your mother can kid me if she wants to, Mary, but I had a swell time in San Francisco.
I know, Jack. We all did. Well, I better be running along now.
Wait a minute, Mary. I haven't anything to do this afternoon. Maybe we'll take a walk or something. Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I can't. This is near the end of the season, and I've got to go downtown and audition for a job.
Oh, really? What company, CBS or NBC?
M-A-Y.
Oh, well, lots of luck, Mary. I hope you get what you want. Goodbye.
Bye, Jack.
Would you like some lunch now, Mr. Benny?
No, I'm still not hungry. Gee, I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to go play golf or just sit around.
Well, why don't you just relax and read a book?
Well, I've read all my books.
Well, you can go to the library and borrow some new ones.
Hey, that's a good idea. Rochester, you get the car. No, it's only a short distance. Such a nice day. I'll walk. I'll see you later, Rochester.
Goodbye, boss.
Goodbye, boss.
Oh, say, that reminds me, Rochester.
Yes, sir.
This afternoon, I want you to give Polly a bath.
Again?
Yes, again. I'll see you later. My, but it's nice and quiet in the library. Peaceful, too. Oh, there's the librarian. I'll have to see her about getting a card.
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
Yes, miss. I'd like to join the library.
Oh, you'd like to take out a library card?
Yes, and the librarian, too.
Now, if you want to get a card, you'll have to give me some information. Your name?
Jack Benny,
Your address?
366 North Camden Drive.
Your age?
39.
39?
Yeah.
You haven't worn well, have you?
Well, I worry a lot.
Well, here's your card, Mr. Benny. Now, as you know, this is a public library, and each book you borrow may be kept free for 3 weeks. However, for each day after that, we fine you 2 cents.
Oh. And if I bring the book back before the 3 weeks are up, do you give me 2 cents a day?
Of course not.
What a racket. Now, where would I find some of the...
Jack! Oh, Jack, I'm glad you're still here.
Oh, Don, how'd you know where I was?
Well, I dropped over to your house in Rochester, told me you'd gone to the library.
But, Don, I just got here myself. How'd you get here so fast?
The Sportsman Quartet and I rode over here in my MG.
Wait a minute. The four sportsmen and you in an MG?
Yeah, I was low man on the totem pole.
Well, what was so important the cat to see me now?
Well, Jack, the sportsmen have a new number they've rehearsed, and they'd like you to hear it.
Now, wait a minute. They can't sing here. This is a library.
Certainly not.
Well, this'll only take a minute.
But, Don, look at that sign. It says, don't talk, whisper.
It's wonderful, Jack. The name of the song is Whispering.
Oh. Miss, the name of the song is Whispering.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay, Don.
Take it, fellas.
Don, please, it's embarrassing.
No one here but you. You're whispering. Why?
Don, everybody's looking at it. Don, this is embarrassing. Tell the boys to whisper.
Okay. Whisper it, fellas.
Don, I admire your loyalty, but don't you ever have the boys sing another song in the library.
Okay, Jack. Well, I'll see you later. So long.
Goodbye. I better apologize to the librarian. Miss, I'm awfully sorry about this disturbance.
Oh, that's all right. That's the most excitement we've had in this library since we put the Kinsey report next to Forever Amber.
Well, I can imagine. Well, I better go find a book to read. Gee, you must have thousands of books here. Let's see. Here's one. It Takes More Than Talent by Mervyn LeRoy. Yeah, I read that. It's very good. Something about me in it, too. I wonder if that's the same Mervyn LeRoy that... No, I guess not. Here's another one. Return to Paradise by James Michener. Let's see what books they have under adventure. Hey, this book sounds exciting. How I Discovered the Insane Pirate's Buried Fortune. Or Dig That Crazy Treasure. Look at all the books on this shelf. They're all devoted to spaceships and interplanetary travel. I think I'll take this one. I Flew to Mars in a Spaceship. See, that sounds interesting. Maybe I'll sit down here and read it. I Flew to Mars in a Spaceship. Chapter 1.
Buzz Corey. The morning of my greatest adventure. Today I will leave in my new spaceship for the only remaining unexplored planet, Mars. Everything is in readiness for the perilous flight. I waited for my navigator to board ship, the beautiful Captain Tonga. Finally she boarded and said,
Hello, Commander.
Hello, Tom.
As we readied ourselves for the flight, I couldn't help staring at her. She looked so beautiful and alluring, and her new low-cut oxygen tank. Finally, I turned to her and said,
Tonga, let's make our last-minute checks before we blast off into space.
All right, Buzz. I'll call the items off. You check them on the chart. Power rockets.
Power rockets.
Stratosphere speed indicator.
Stratosphere speed indicator.
Liquefied jet fuel.
Liquefied jet fuel.
Buggy whip.
Buggy. Wait a minute. What are we doing with a buggy whip on a space rocket?
Somebody goofed.
Then Tonga threw the control switch and we were off. The terrific acceleration made us lose consciousness. And when we came to, we were in outer space. As Tonga navigated, I asked her a question.
What is the gravitational pull of the Earth now?
0.
And our speed?
I have her wide open. We're doing 99,000 miles per hour.
We should be doing 100,000. I wonder what's slowing us up.
You forgot to take the foxtail off the radiator cap.
Oh, yes. It cuts our speed, but it's sporty. Tonga, wait a minute. Why are you slowing down the ship?
There's a man standing up ahead with his hand extended.
Oh, yes. Slow it way down. I'll open the hatch door and talk to him. Hey, what are you doing out there?
I'm hitchhiking to Los Angeles.
Well, good luck. I'm going on Mars, but I'll be back in time for my television show.
Before we realized it, Mars began to loom up in our space scope. Now the crucial moment for landing was at hand.
Get the ship in landing position.
Landing position achieved.
Jettison the ballast.
Ballast jettison.
So far, we haven't loused up any of the words. Stop the ship. Old-fashioned sound man.
Tonga and I got out of the ship, the first Earthlings to land on Mars. As we walked around, we were amazed at the weird atmosphere. We saw a strange creature approaching us. There was life on Mars. As it came closer, I nervously gripped my disintegrator gun. Then this creature stopped, opened its mouth, and said,
Welcome to Mars.
We came from Earth. I'm Commander Buzz Corey, and this is Tonga.
Tonga?
Yes.
As our spaceship flew over your planet, we didn't see any farms.
We have no farms.
Well, where do you raise your animals or vegetables?
We don't have none.
Oh, for heaven's sake, what do you eat?
We have plenty. We eat irradiated air, powdered uranium, condensed hydrogen, and Cimarron rolls.
I could see I would get nowhere with him, so I asked him to take me to his chief. A few minutes later, we found ourselves standing in front of the most important person on the entire planet. Deferentially, I bowed to him and said,
Are you the leader of the Martians?
Today, yes, but I'm quitting your show tomorrow.
I stared at this Martian in amazement. On Earth, we had been led to believe that all living things on Mars had huge, tremendous heads. This one had no head at all.
You made a mistake coming here. We tolerate no strangers.
But we are friends.
Guards, get ready to kill these people.
You can't kill me.
You can't. You can't. You can't.
Sir, you'll have to lower your voice. This is a public library.
Huh?
I said, lower your voice. This is a library.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I was reading this book and was carried away. For a while, I was in the 25th century.
Then I was mistaken. You certainly do wear well.
Thank you. I'll take this book home with me. I'll finish it after I do my television show. Goodbye.
Jack Benny is a regular feature of the United States Armed Forces Radio Service.
The Jack Benny Program. Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis A., Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Ladies and gentlemen, let's go out to Jack Benny's home in Beverly Hills, where, as you know, he lives alone with his butler, Rochester. It's 9:30 in the morning, and as usual, one is in bed while the other is in the kitchen preparing breakfast.
Now, let's see. Where are the eggs? Gee, it's so hard to find anything in this refrigerator. Maybe I ought to trade it in. I hear the newer models have a light in them. Oh, here's an egg on the bottom shelf. Pretend you're happy when you're blue. Should I have one egg or take two? One egg's enough. I just said two so it would rhyme. I think I'll scramble it. Let's see now. First, I'll break it into this bowl. Gosh, I'm weak in the morning. Maybe I better have my orange juice first. Yeah, I'll make some orange juice. See, that orange juice sure looks good. Now to get the seeds out. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'll go outside and... Nah, it would take them years to grow. Pretend you're happy when you're blue. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, who can that be? Hello?
Hello, this is Roos's Jewelry Store in Beverly Hills.
Yes?
The diamond necklace with the emerald pendant you ordered is ready, and we can deliver it today. Please have your check for $12,000 ready.
Look, this is Jack Benny. You must have the wrong number.
Must have? I haven't been this wrong since I gave 2 to 1 on Walcott.
What reason would I have to buy a diamond necklace? It looks silly on me. Now to have my orange... See, that's funny. The glass is empty. Somebody drank my orange juice. There's nobody in the house but Rochester. That's it, Rochester. Wait till I...
Rochester, did you drink my orange juice? Rochester, you're not fooling me. Get up. Rochester.
I know I'm cute, honey, but control yourself.
Maybe he is asleep. I'll tickle him and wake him up. Rochester.
Oh, it's you, boys. What a disappointment.
Now, Rochester, I made a glass of orange juice. I went in the next room to answer the phone, and when I came back, the orange juice was gone.
Maybe the mice drank it.
Mice don't drink orange juice.
In California?
All right, I know you drank it, but we'll talk about it later. Now, get out of bed. I want you to drive me down to the doctor's office. I got to go for a physical.
What's the matter, boys? You feel bad?
No, it's just that my sponsor's taking out an insurance policy on me, and I have to be examined.
How much is the policy for?
$1 million. But if I'm killed accidentally, the sponsor collects $2 million.
$2 million?
Yes.
Boys, you better watch yourself. I hear your sponsor's hobby is rifle shooting.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. He does his target practice on a range way out at Sunset in Westwood. I don't even pass there on my way home.
I know, but for $2 million, they can make a bullet that waits for you at Pico and Sabama.
What are you talking about? My sponsor's just trying to protect his investment, that's all. Now, hurry downstairs. Imagine him denying that he drank that orange juice. He's got a good notion to make him stay in bed all day. No, he'd like that. I better squeeze another orange. Dee-dee-da-dum, bum-dee-da-dum. Da-da-da-dum, dum-dee-da-dum. Well, that does it.
Oh, Jack! Jack, are you up yet?
Huh? Oh, hello, Mary. Come on in. I'm in the kitchen. What are you doing here so early?
Early? I was here a few minutes ago. I came into the house, walked in the kitchen. Nobody was there, so I drank a glass of orange juice and left.
Mary, you drank...
All right, here's a dime.
Here's a dime. Don't be so sarcastic. I made a terrible mistake. I accused Rochester of drinking my orange juice.
Well, like you, Jack. Always jumping to conclusions.
Always what?
Always jumping to conclusions.
I do not.
What about that morning you got out of bed and accused Rochester of taking your new suit?
Well?
Then you took off your nightgown, and there it was.
Well, that wasn't my fault. When I come home tired, he's supposed to undress me.
Well, anyway, I drank your orange juice, and you ought to apologize to Rochester.
Oh, Mary, I don't have to apologize. He knows I'm sorry.
He does not, and you've got to tell him.
Oh, Mary, I can't.
You can, too. Now, be a man.
Oh, hello, Miss Livingston.
Hello, Rochester. Mr. Benny has something to say to you.
Oh.
Jack, go ahead.
Well.
Jack.
Oh, all right. Rochester.
Turn around and face him.
Oh.
Go on.
Well. Rochester.
Yes, boy.
I'm sorry I said you drank my orange juice.
Jack, come back here.
I will now.
Oh, what a baby.
Well, I better get the car out. I got to take Mr. Benny to the doctor.
The doctor? What for?
The sponsor took out an insurance policy, and Mr. Benny has to be examined.
Rochester.
Oh, you're back.
Yes. Rochester, get the car now. We'll go. Now, I've got to hurry, Mary, so you... Oh, darn it, there's the phone. Just when I'm ready to leave. Hello?
Hello, Jack. Guess who this is?
Huh? Who is this? I'm in a hurry.
I'll give you a hint. Roses are red, violets are blue, sugar is sweet, and I'm lumpy, too.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Don, I have to rush away. What'd you call me for?
Well, Jack, I've got the sportsman here. We've got a wonderful idea for a commercial.
But, Don, I don't want to hear it over the phone. You can wait till rehearsal. Anyway, I don't like the songs they've been picking lately. Why don't they pick something classy once in a while?
Classy? That's exactly what this one is.
Don, you've been saying for years that these commercials are classy, and that quartet always winds up going crazy. Now, why is it they always start out so nice and then go crazy?
What's that, Jack?
Nothing. I'll see you at rehearsal. I thought Rochester was only guessing. Well, I'm going to have my orange juice and then go. Rochester, did you get the car started?
Uh-huh.
How'd you get it started so fast?
Boss, when I know you're going out the next morning, I let it run all night.
Oh.
Jack, letting your car run all night, doesn't that burn up an awful lot of charcoal?
Not much. Well, come on, Rochester. Let's...
Well, look who's here.
Hello, everybody. I came in through the kitchen.
Oh, hello, Dennis.
Hello, Mr. Benny, and thanks for the orange juice.
Oh, for heaven's sake. What do you think this is, a cafeteria?
Yes.
Look at kid, it's not just the orange juice, it's the principle. I'm trying to conserve food.
Oh, my mother conserves food every night.
Well, she deserves a lot of credit. How does she do it?
When it's time for dinner, she locks me in a closet.
Dennis.
But last night I got even with her. I ate the doorknob.
What?
Now every little thing turns my stomach.
Look, kid, I haven't had my breakfast yet. Leave me alone. What brings you over here, anyway?
Well, I got a brand new arrangement for my song, and I thought maybe you wanted to hear it.
Well, do I have to hear it now? I mean, so early?
Oh, it isn't early, Mr. Benny. I'm up and dressed and out of the house at 5 o'clock every morning.
5 o'clock? What for?
The buses aren't crowded.
Dennis, where do you have to go at 5 o'clock in the morning?
No place, but I get a seat.
Here, kid, have a doorknob.
Jack, not in the head.
Look, Dennis, you sing your song for Mary, and she'll tell me how it is. I've got to have breakfast and rush away to the doctor.
Oh, I don't blame you. You look awful.
What?
Sing, kid.
You said it. I'll see you kids later. Goodbye.
You
Rochester, we're awfully late. Can't you go a little faster?
Okay.
You know, right after I take my physical, we'll go down to the... Rochester, they got me. They got me.
Get back in the seat, boss. That was a tire.
I should have known. We're only at Pico and Roxbury. Rochester, you change the tire, and I can walk to the doctor's office from here. Let me see. His office should be around here. Oh, there it is. Doctors Penchel and Gordon.
Yes, sir.
How do you do? I'm Jack Benny.
Oh, yes. You have an appointment for a physical examination.
That's right.
Well, I'll have to fill out this card first. Name, Jack Benny.
That's right.
Your address?
366 North Camden Drive.
Your complexion?
Ruddy.
Color of your eyes?
Lazy Lagoon blue.
Your height?
5'10".
Your weight?
157.
Now, I'll just slip this band around your arm. There.
Hey, this is awfully tight. What is it?
A lie detector. The next question is your age.
Now, wait a minute. I don't need a lie detector to tell you my age. I'm 39. Look, a lie detector can be wrong, too, you know.
Well, Mr. Benny, if you'll just sit over there and wait, the doctors will see you in a minute.
Well, thank you. How do you like that, using a lie detector when she asked my age? None of the other nurses ever did that. They ask me my age, I tell them I'm 39, they put down whatever they think. I've got a good mind to absolutely...
Well, so long, Doctor, and thanks a lot.
Bob!
Oh, hello, Jack.
Bob, Crosby, what are you doing here?
Well, they took this X-ray of me, and I just picked it up.
Oh. Say, what's the writing down in the corner of the X-ray? The name of the doctor?
Oh, no. No, it says to Brother Bing with love. I'm giving it to him for his birthday.
Bob, why in the world would you give Bing an X-ray for a present?
Well, he's got everything else.
Well, that's logical. Might I take a look at it, Bob?
Well, sure. Go ahead, Jack.
Let me see. Bob, nothing shows in this X-ray. Why is it so blurry?
Oh, well, you have to use Polaroid glasses. It's three-dimensional.
A three-dimensional X-ray?
Oh, the doctors like it better than the House of Wax.
No kidding.
Jack, what are you doing here?
Oh, it's nothing. I just came for an insurance examination. See, the sponsor's taking out $1 million policy on me.
$1 million?
Uh-huh.
Well, who's going to pay the $5 for the medical exam? You or the sponsor?
The Blue Cross. I found a loophole. So long, Bob.
So long.
Oh, Mr. Benny, the doctor will see you now.
Thank you. Oh, doctor. Doctor. Well, doctor, here I am. Oh.
Hello, Bolton's Mortuary.
What?
I'm having lunch with Ralph Bolton.
Oh.
We're quite friendly. I throw him a lot of business.
I see.
Hello, Ralph. 1:30 at the Brown Derby? Fine. Goodbye, Ralph. I like going out with him. He drives such a big car. And now, Mr. Benny, I'll get my associate in here and we'll give you your examination. Oh, Dr. Gordon.
Yes, Dr. Pancho?
Will you help me with this examination? This is Mr. Benny.
Oh, pleased to meet you, Dr. Gordon.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Benny, will you please strip?
You mean undress?
Yeah.
All right. Doctor, I don't need the music.
I'm sorry. Our last patient was Castle's Latour.
Oh.
Now get behind that screen and take off your clothes.
Yes, sir.
Now, when you're ready, Dr. Fenchel and I will be in the next room.
Oh, Doctor, I've been concerned about that call you made this morning. Any information yet?
Yeah, I got a report from Dr. Stanley, and it's all over.
What was the result?
She ran fifth, and we lose $4. I wonder what's taking Mr. Benny so long. Mr. Benny, you got all your clothes off?
Yeah.
Well, then come out from behind that screen.
Well, gee, don't I get balloons or anything?
Here, just slip on this gown.
Yes, sir. There, I'm ready.
Very well. Now, Mr. Benny, will you please step behind this fluoroscope?
Yes, sir.
The contact. Well! There seems to be a round metallic object near your kidney.
Oh, that's a quarter I swallowed years ago.
Shall we, Dr. Gordon?
Why not? Mr. Benny, will you please hiccup?
Hiccup?
Yeah.
It fails, Dr. Gordon. You lose.
What is this, anyway?
Now, hold still, Mr. Benny. We want to examine your stomach through the fluoroscope.
Yes, sir.
The spleen seems to be okay, and the pancreas is in the right position.
Yeah, but look at the liver.
The liver?
Yeah, what's that on top of it?
Well, I'll be darned. Onion!
69 cents at Rexall.
Now, Mr. Benny, drink this glass of barium.
You mean all that white stuff?
Yes. It's a harmless chemical, and when you drink it, we can follow its course through the fluoroscope.
Oh, all right. Gee, it tastes awful.
You drank it all?
There.
Oh, look, Dr. Fenchel. The barium has reached the esophageal entrance. There it goes over the cricoid cartilage, behind the tracheal bifurcation, and through the arch of the aorta. Now it's passing the esophageal hiatus of the diaphragm.
If it passes Pico and Sepulveda, it's dead.
Now it's coming around the esophageal gastric junction.
What?
It's passing the kidney on the outside, headed into the home stretch. It's barium sulfate by 2 lengths.
Come on, native dancer!
It's barium by an old native dancer in second, and here comes Castle's Latour!
Doctor, what is this? What's going on here?
Well, that's all. The examination is over. You can go now.
Well, thank you.
Oh, Mr. Benny.
Yes?
You better put your clothes on.
All right. I forgot. I'll put my clothes on. A pretty girl is like a melody. Da-dee-da-da-da-da.
Oh, Jack, how'd your physical come out?
Oh, fine, Mary, but I have to go back tomorrow.
Why?
I forgot my underwear. Good night, folks.
Jack Benny is a regular feature of the United States Armed Forces Radio Service.
program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lucky Strike radio show is usually rehearsed on Saturday morning. And after the rehearsal, it's customary for the cast to gather in the drugstore across the street for a light lunch. As our show opens, Dennis and I are just entering the drugstore.
Oh, we're the first ones here, Don.
Yes, Dennis. Jack and Bob Crosby had to stay to discuss the music.
I'm glad it's not too crowded here. We can get seats right away.
Yeah. Where'd you like to sit, Dennis? Table or at the counter?
Oh, the table. It's too dangerous sitting at the counter when you're eating with Mr. Benny.
What do you mean, dangerous?
When the check comes and he runs for the door, he always knocks me off the stool. Let's sit over here at this table.
Okay.
Should we order our lunch now or wait for the others?
Oh, I may as well wait.
Okay. Hope they come soon. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
That's what I had for breakfast.
Here comes Bob Crosby.
Oh, Bob, here we are. Hi, fellas. Jack will be along in a minute.
I thought he was coming with you.
Oh, he was, but he had to go back to his dressing room. He forgot his hat.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. It's spring. What does he need his hat for?
His hair was in it. Jack, we're over here.
Oh, hi, kids. I didn't expect you to be at the table here. I thought you'd be sitting at the counter.
I'm still black and blue from the last time.
Sit down, Jack. I'll call the waitress.
No, let me call her, Don. I think she has a crush on me. Oh, Miss?
What do you want, Mac?
We'd like to order. How about the menus?
We haven't got any.
Well, how do we know what to order?
It's tattooed on my arm.
When you rolled up your sleeve, I thought you were going to hit me. I'll tell you what, I'll have a roast beef sandwich and coffee.
I'll have the same.
I'll have a roast beef sandwich, too.
What do you want to drink?
An oyster malted milk.
An oyster malted milk?
Uh-huh.
Dennis, that is absolutely ridiculous, ordering an oyster malted milk.
You're right. This month hasn't got an R in it.
Miss, get him anything at all.
Okay, I'll bring you what he had yesterday.
What did he have yesterday?
Chicken soup.
Well, that sounds sensible.
With a live chicken in it?
Look, bring him anything.
Will that be all?
Oh, wait a minute. You haven't taken my order, miss.
Ow. What do you have, Titanic?
Well, I'm really not very hungry. Just bring me what I usually have.
I can't.
Why not?
The fellow who helps me carry it in is off today.
Well, then just bring me a ham sandwich and a Coke.
Okay.
Say, Jack, I meant to ask you something. When do we go off the air for the summer?
Oh, Bob, we do our last radio show next Sunday.
Oh, gee, I hope I don't forget.
Forget what?
To wake Remley up and tell him to go home.
Yeah, don't forget, I don't want to pay the janitor for dusting them all summer. By the way, Bob, what are the boys in the band going to do during their vacation?
Well, Charlie Bagby's going back east to his brother's farm, and Fletcher is taking an auto trip around the country, and my drummer Sammy is going to Leavenworth for 3 months.
Leavenworth prison?
Mm-hmm. You see, he's Willie Sutton's summer replacement.
Well, I'll be darned.
Say, Jack, why wasn't Mary at rehearsal today?
I don't know. She didn't call or anything. Toward the end of the season, everybody does what they want to.
Gee, I hope the waitress hurries with the order. I want to go to the hospital and see my mother and father.
Your mother and father in the hospital, Dennis?
Yeah, they have to have an operation.
Dennis, they both need an operation at the same time?
Uh-huh. The doctors have to get her fist out of his mouth.
What?
Yeah, it's all your fault.
My fault?
Last week I decided to quit your show and I was talking it over with my mother.
Well, how does your father fit into this?
He took your side.
Oh, and that was when your mother...
Yeah, for years she's been telling Papa, one of these days, and this time, pow, right in the kisser.
Janet, I don't believe one word of it.
Here's your grub. Here's your 3 roast beef sandwiches. And here's your chicken soup.
Oh, boy, just the way I like it.
I'm glad. Where you going, Bob?
Oh, there's a jukebox over here, Jack. I thought we might have some music while we eat.
Oh.
Let's see, what'll I play? Well, that song's his. That one is his, too. The next one. And the one after that. And the one after that also. Well, it looks like I'll just have to give my brother a nickel. Hey, look, they got one of Dennis Day's records, Blue Gardenia. Hey, Denny.
What?
They've got one of your records on this jukebox.
Well, don't just stand there. Play it.
Okay, I will.
Everyone is looking forward to the 4th of July, and so is Bruner's. And to make this an exciting holiday, Bruner's is starting it off with a big pre-4th of July sale. They've combed the store for savings on quality home furnishings. Summer furniture, beach towels, portable radios, and TVs, all are on sale now at special reductions. If it's a sofa sleeper for unexpected guests, or a mattress and box spring for the spare room, bedspreads, sheets, or pillows, they're all specially priced now. You'll find savings on dinette sets, everything for the family room, plus hundreds of accessories for the home. And remember, no matter how big the sale or the savings, you can be sure it's right at Bruner's. It's never necessary that an item be damaged or defective for it to be returned. Customer satisfaction is thus guaranteed every Bruner customer in a meaningful way. So come in and save with confidence at Bruner's big pre-4th of July celebration sale.
And shop and save now at Bruner's pre-4th of July sale. Bruner's is open Friday till 9.
Many doctors recommend a fat and cholesterol-restricted diet, which includes cutting back on certain foods such as eggs, the highest single source of cholesterol in the daily diet. I'm Arthur Godfrey, and I've got some news about Second Nature. That's the name of a cholesterol-free egg substitute that I've been enjoying for breakfast lots of mornings lately. With Second Nature, we can have the taste and the protein quality of nature's eggs without the cholesterol, and with only half the calories. It contains the entire fresh egg white of the natural egg, The only substitution is in the yolk, the source of cholesterol. And Second Nature is the first cholesterol-free egg substitute that's ready to use. That means no defrosting. You pour it right from the carton into the frying pan. For scrambled eggs and omelets, French toast, pancakes, any place you use eggs. Accept no substitute for farm fresh eggs except this substitute, Second Nature.
Dennis, I gotta buy one of those records. Your voice really sounds great on it. I mean, don't get me wrong, kid. Your singing is always wonderful, but it sounded even better on that record.
Oh, that's because that day I made it, I had an oyster malted milk.
Oh, quiet.
Well, everybody's finished. I'll get the check.
Oh, no, Bob. I'll take the check.
Well, Don, let me take it this time.
Bob, I really think I ought to pay the check today.
No, Don, I feel that I should.
Well, I feel I should.
Why are you so quiet, Dennis? You cheap or something? Huh?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you the same thing.
You fellas settle the check. I'm going home.
Me too.
Gee, it's a nice day. I think I'll walk home. There goes Jimmy Stewart in his Cadillac. Hey, there goes Mickey Rooney in his MG. And there's Humphrey Bogart on his Jaguar. I ought to keep that thing on a leash. When you say I beg your pardon, then I'll come back to you. When you ask me to, hey, look at that theater marquee. The new picture that just opened up. Fort Tie, starring George Montgomery. I wonder how many people know that George Montgomery's married to Dinah Shore. I found out when he slapped my face. Hey, wait a minute. This Fort Tie is one of those new three-dimensional pictures. Gee, I haven't seen a 3D movie yet. The show isn't too long. Maybe I got time. Well, there's a doorman standing in the theater lobby. You ought to know how long the picture is. I'll ask him. Excuse me, sir. How long is this show?
I don't know.
Well, are they showing a double feature today?
I don't know.
Well, tell me, in order to see this three-dimensional picture, do I have to wear Polaroid glasses?
I don't know.
You don't know anything. You're a fine doorman.
Who's a doorman? I'm in the picture.
Well, I'll see you later in the week. See, that 3D fascinates me. I think I'll...
Hello, Mr. Billy.
Why, Mr. Kitzel. Mr. Kitzel, I haven't seen you for a long time.
Likewise.
Let me look at you. Gosh, you look wonderful. Where'd you get that deep tan?
Well, this is for my new job. I'm a lifeguard by Santa Monica Beach.
A lifeguard? Hey, that must be interesting work.
Yeah, especially watching the beautiful girls in their bathing suits.
Say, I understand the girls' bathing suits are skimpier than ever this year.
Definitely. In fact, yesterday I saw a bikini bathing suit on one girl who...
Who what? You know, those girls in the bikini bathing suits must have everybody staring at them.
You say that all the men on the beach look like Eddie Cantor.
I see what you mean. Tell me, Mr. Kitzel, have you saved many people from drowning?
Dozens. In fact, this is how I first met my wife.
Oh, you rescued her?
Unfortunately.
Mr. Kitzel, you're joking.
Joking, he says. I finally figured out that she really wasn't drowning. This was just a trick so she could meet me and I could marry her. What makes you think she did a thing like that?
Who else goes swimming in a bridal gown?
No.
Yes, she kept yelling, help, lifeguard, justice of the peace.
Well, look, Mr. Kissel, I'm on my way home. Would you like to walk along with me?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Benny, but I'm on my lunch hour and I got to dash back to the beach.
Oh, well, goodbye, Mr. Kissel.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Nature makes color naturally. Generous splashes of pine needle green, wildflower yellow, treetop brown, sunset reds, and sky blue. They're all around you, a part of your world.
Now you can take those colors and colorscape your home during Sears' special outdoor paint sale. Save $2 a gallon on Sears exterior latex house paint. Normally $4.99 a gallon, but now through Saturday, just $2.99. You save 40%. It goes on easily, dries in 30 minutes, is free of lead hazards, and needs only soap and water cleanup. Choose one or more for your world. It comes in 10 popular environmental colors.
And when you need to put the color on, anywhere or any place, spray it on.
With Sears sprayer, compressor, and paint tank. Now specially priced at just $2.29. Regularly $313.98 if you bought all the components separately. You get a powerful twin-cylinder electric motor, spray gun, and 3-gallon paint tank. All for only $2.29. Quite a savings.
Save $2 a gallon on Sears exterior latex house paint.
And save more with a Sears sprayer compressor.
Surround yourself in color now, because it's only natural.
But hurry, sale ends Saturday at all Sears stores.
We call Subaru the small car that's all car. And now we back it with a tremendous new warranty. A 12-month unlimited mileage warranty. That's right, unlimited mileage. Here's how it works. We cover your Subaru for a full year, no matter how many miles you drive, providing your car is operated in the recommended manner and serviced by your authorized Subaru dealers. Everything on the car, except parts replaced under normal use and maintenance, is covered. We cover the quadrisaddle engine, the front-wheel drive, the independent suspension, the electrical system, the radio, even the cigarette lighter for a full 12 months. And we're so sure of Subaru durability and solid engineering, we protect you for a full year no matter how many miles you drive. So, if you're after durability and economy that lasts, test drive the Subaru. With the new 12-month unlimited mileage warranty, it really is the small car that's all car.
Rochester, did the mail come?
Yeah, but there wasn't much. Just a magazine.
Let's see. How President Eisenhower Can Play Golf in the 80s by Ben Hogan. You know, Rochester, that Hogan is a great pro. I played with him once, and he showed me how to take 9 strokes off my game.
How?
He told me to cut out 1 hole. A par 3 yet. Well, I think I'll go in the den and read it.
Mr. Bailey, aren't you going to listen to the Indianapolis Auto Race? It's on the radio now.
Oh, gee, I'm glad you reminded me. I'll read this later. Gee, I hope I can still hear the race. It's usually so exciting. I wonder what station it's on.
Hello, congratulations, Mrs. Smith. You win the jackpot, and for your prizes, you get 3 dresses, complete with shoes and matching handbag, a corsage of orchids, a complete set of silverware, a set of cooking utensils, a bridge table and chairs.
That wasn't the station.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our special guests tonight, we have the Sportsman Quartet. As you all know, this famous quartet appears every week on the Jack Benny Show. That's why they're taking outside work.
Pay him good money.
As their selection tonight, they will sing Side by Side.
Gee, I gotta listen to this.
Oh, we ain't got a barrel of money. Maybe we're ragged and funny, but we'll travel along, singing a song, side by side. Don't know what's coming tomorrow. Maybe it's trouble and sorrow, but
that was good, but that's not the station the races are on. I'll try this one.
A double oven gas range, a home theater inside and out, a 21-inch television set, electric blankets for every bed in your house, a 2-week vacation in Hawaii.
Oh, that's not it. Now, let's see. Where's that race? I'll try this station here. Either. Maybe I passed it back here somewhere.
And that concludes today's exciting episode. Will Frank marry Elizabeth? Is Elizabeth still in love with Harry? Will Harry divorce Evelyn? Will Evelyn remarry her first husband, Stephen? Does Stephen know his wife is in love with Frank, who may marry Elizabeth? Tune in tomorrow to hear another chapter of The Crazy Mixed-Up Bunch of Kids.
Why can't I get the right station?
Senor, this is
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Station X,
This is not the
your
racist.
musical Mexican stage. Today is our pleasure to present some music from our sister country, the United States. And here is the most popular song in America today. Sing it, Pedro. Peppermint Patch is April. Peppermint Patch.
Can't I get the racers? Rochester, answer the phone, will you, please, while I try to get the racers?
Yes, sir. Hello, Mr. Benny's residence, car, stage, radio, and television.
Rochester, you forgot about movies.
They forgot about him.
What?
They told him whither to go it.
Well, that I don't understand at all.
I'll get Mr. Benny for you, Miss Livingston.
Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Benny, it's for thou.
Stop. Hello?
Hello, Jack. This is Mary.
Well, it's nice of you to call. You know, you missed rehearsal.
Yes, Jack, but I wasn't feeling well, so I went to the doctor.
See, I didn't know that. Is there anything wrong?
Well, the doctor isn't too sure, but he says I may have to have my appendix out.
Gosh.
And, Jack, the reason I'm calling is because an appendix operation is kind of expensive, and I thought you could help me.
Mary, you mean you want me to...
Why not? You took your own out.
That was an emergency. You know, Mary, I have a hunch you made this whole thing up just because you missed rehearsal.
Well, you're right, Jack. The reason I missed is because my family's here from Plainfield, and I was showing them the town.
Oh.
And I thought you'd help me out. You know, they want to take a tour through a movie studio, and you might have a pull with one of them.
Well, let's see. There's 20th Century Fox, MGM, Paramount, Warner Brothers.
Keep thinking, Jack. There must be one you didn't make a picture for.
Look, Mary, I'm trying to help you. Now, I'll see if I can do something about getting your folks into a studio. Is your sister Babe going to be with them, too?
Oh, Babe isn't here. She stayed in Plainfield.
How come?
Well, Mom and Pop only had enough money for 2 bus tickets, so Babe decided to hitchhike.
Oh, did she get any rides?
No, she went on the highway, and she tried everything. She even pulled up her skirt and showed her legs.
What happened?
2 men tried to run her over. Anyway, Jack, I'm sorry. I missed rehearsal. It won't happen again.
Okay, I'll try to fix it for your folks to go through a studio.
Thanks. Bye.
Goodbye. Now, where did Rochester... Oh, I'll try to get the races again. Oh, no, you don't.
A 12-carat diamond ring, a late chinchilla coat, a pearl necklace, a brand new convertible, a swimming pool installed in your yard.
Why can't I get the races?
And here come the cars down the stretch for the 14th lap.
That's it. I got it.
The 3 leaders are now coming past the grandstand.
Gee, they're going fast.
Now, let me give you the speed the leaders are averaging. The
Pagadian, 127.39 miles per hour. The Ferrari Deluxe, 127.38. And the Hudson Special, 127.40. This is excellent time for the Hudson when you consider its driver stepped down too far and is dragging his feet.
Well, how do you like that?
And here come the next 4 cars.
God, what a race! What is this? I must have 2 stations at once. Figure out it all. What is this anyway? What kind of a thing? There's something wrong with my radio. What's going on? I'm not going to listen to this. I'm going to a movie.
Ladies and gentlemen, the chief hope of our enemies is to divide the United States along racial and religious lines and thereby conquer us. Let's not spread prejudice. A divided America is a weak America. Through our behavior, we encourage the respect of our children and make them better neighbors to all races and religions. Remind them that being good neighbors has helped make our country great and kept her free. Thank you.
It's not to be copied, but the beautiful
You enjoy the picture, boss?
All was fine, Rochester. It was pretty long, though.
I'll have your dinner ready soon.
Okay, I'll turn on the radio and listen to the news.
To the Yankee Stadium, the Super Chief, the Empire State Building, Philadelphia, and the Hoover vacuum cleaner complete with Herbert Hoover.
What taxes that woman will have to pay.
The Jack Benny Program. Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis A., Bob Crosby, the sports report, down and yours truly. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the last time this season, we bring you a man who has either entertained or bored you with his comedy. A man who many of you will hate to see leave the air, and an equal number will jump for joy.
Don, look.
So here he is, folks. A man the whole world is anxious to hear, but on the other hand...
Never mind. Jack Benny, applause. Thank you. Hello again. This is Jack Benny, who thrills or nauseates you, as the case may be, talking. And just think, Don, this is the last time this season you'll be putting your blue-eyed boss on the pan.
Oh, that's right, Jack. Time certainly flies.
It sure does. What a season I've had. Radio every week, television once a month, stage appearances. Gosh, Don, I'm so exhausted I can hardly stand up. If I didn't have starch in my underwear, I'd fall right over. What a season. Gosh, Don, remember that show we did in San Diego and then that weekend we spent in Tijuana? Huh?
Oh, speaking of Tijuana, Jack, didn't you borrow $5 from me during our visit there?
And then there was that wonderful time we had in New York and Boston.
I said, didn't you borrow $5 from me during our visit to Tijuana?
And then the 3 weeks we just spent in San Francisco. Gosh, what a city.
I said, didn't you borrow $5 from me in Tijuana?
Yes, and as soon as I get some Mexican money, I'll pay you back. I never saw it. Oh, hello, Mary. Am I glad to see you?
Hello, Jack. What are you yelling at Don for?
Well, in the first place, I didn't like the introduction he gave me. Let me ask you something, Mary. Do I bore people?
Certainly. Who said you didn't?
Nobody said I didn't. I mean, Don said I did.
Oh. Well, my sister Babe is coming to visit me, and we're going to spend a couple of weeks at Catalina.
Oh, that's nice. You'll both get a good tan.
I'll get a tan. Babe died for abalone.
Oh, yes, with her feet, she doesn't need swim fins. Oh, hello, Dennis.
Hello. Say, Mr. Benny, this being our last program,
How do you feel, kid?
Oh, I'm doing as well as can be expected.
What do you mean?
Well, who expects anything of me?
Nobody, believe me. Now, what were you going to ask me, Dennis?
Well, this being our last program, I thought I'd ask you for the $10 you owe me.
What $10?
Don't you remember? You said if I loan you $10, you'd take me to the burlesque show.
Dennis, I never took you to a burlesque show.
No, after I gave you the money, you told me I was too young to see it.
Oh, that's right. Well, I'll give you the 10 after the show, kid. Now, how about you singing your song, huh?
Okay.
Oh, hold on a second, Dennis. When I got here, there was a message for me to call Rochester. I better do it before I forget. It may be important.
That's okay. Go right ahead.
Say, Mabel, what is it, Geistin? Mr. Benny's line is switching. Yeah, I wonder what head of wax wants now. Let him wait. Say, Gertrude, I saw you come in with a lot of packages. Were you shopping? Yeah, and my feet are killing me. But it's my own fault for buying such small shoes. Well, what size did you get? 9. Oh, for heaven's sake. What's the matter? Getting your foot in a size 9 shoe is like docking the Queen Mary in a lily cup. Well, look who's talking. Get a load of your shoes. Well, they're not so big. They're not? Last year when we went on our vacation, every hotel we stopped at, they said labels on them. Well, it's a natural mistake because my shoes are genuine cowhide. Cowhide? Yes. From the way your toes stick out, it looks like milking time. The next time you talk to me like that, I'll tell you...
Operator.
Yes, Mr. Benny.
Well, it's about time, Gertrude. Didn't you hear me buzzing?
Yeah, but I've only got 2 hands.
Well, congratulations. Now, if it isn't asking too much, will you ring my house?
Yes, sir. You know, Mabel, I never saw a man like Mr. Benny. He has such a split personality. On the radio, he's one type of person, and in real life, he's an entirely different type of person. Yeah, and I don't like either one of them. You know what you mean. That man is such a pest. Every time we're out together, all he wants to do is go off on Mulholland Drive and look down at the lights of the city. Well, that's romantic. Romantic nothing. He owns stock in the electric company. Ooh, how he hates daylight savings.
Operator, did you get my house?
Yeah, but the line is busy. I'll call you later.
Thank you. Dennis, I couldn't get Rochester, so you better sing your number.
Okay, but I'm warning you, it's the last time this season.
Sing already.
All by myself in the morning, all by myself in the night, I sit alone with a table love to rest my weary head on somebody's shoulder. I hate to grow older all by myself. All by myself I get lonely, watching the clock on the shelf. I'd love to rest my weary head on somebody's shoulder. I hate to grow older all by myself.
That was Dennis Day singing All by Myself, and very good, too, Dennis.
Thank you, Mr. Benny.
Well, Dennis, that's very sweet of you.
So long, Mr. Benny.
Dennis, the show isn't over yet. What's your hurry?
I can't stand it here any longer.
Dennis, come. Oh, let him go. What a silly kid. I ought to call him back.
Jack, forget it. After all, it is our last show of the season.
I can't help it, Mary. Nobody on the show has any respect for me. Bob Crosby's the only one I can get a civil answer from. Oh, Bob, come over here.
You called me, sir?
Yes, Bob. You see Mary stir yet. Well, Bob, you finished your first season, and how do you feel?
Hungry, sir.
Well, wait a minute, Bob. Are you trying to infer that I don't pay you enough?
Well, Jack, you might not believe this, but I had a better year in 1943.
Who were you with then?
The Marines.
The Marines?
Yeah, that's the first one that I've said sir to.
Oh, that's telling him, Bob.
Be quiet, Mary.
Yes, sir.
Oh, stop. By the way, Bob, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm waiting for my brother Bing to end his season, then he and I are going to Catalina.
Oh, so you'll both get good tan.
Bing will. I die for abalone.
Oh.
Well, if a big fish swims by, say hello. It may be my sister Babe.
Yes, for me, too.
By the way, Jack, I meant to ask you, who's going to be our replacement?
Well, Guy Lombardo.
Who?
Guy Lombardo. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Sammy the drummer doing the boom boom. We woke him up just for that.
Say, Jack.
Excuse me. Hello?
I've reached your house, Mr. Benny. You may go ahead.
Thank you. Hello?
Oh, is that you, boss?
Oh, yes, Rochester. I got the message to call you. What's up?
I got a big surprise for you, boss. I meant to tell you last night, but you were asleep when I got home.
What is it, Rochester?
I'm going to get married.
Married?
Yeah, you know how long Cupid's been shooting those arrows at me?
Yes.
Well, last night he hit me with a secret weapon.
So you're going to get married, eh, Rochester? Well, tell me all about it. How did it happen?
Well, the night before last, I went to a party, and there she was. I met her at 10:40, and at 10:45, we were engaged.
Well, that's pretty fast, isn't it, Rochester? You only knew her 5 minutes.
Well, it's amazing what you can do when you meet someone if you don't waste time shaking hands.
Oh, I see. Well, Rochester, this must have been love at first sight. I never heard you talk this way before.
Oh, yeah, boss, she's beautiful.
Really? Describe her to me, Rochester.
Well, boss, have you ever seen the sun as it sinks majestically into the waters of the tranquil Pacific?
Yes.
Well, put a sweater on it, and that's her.
You know, Rochester, I feel a little sad about this. You've been with me all these years, and now you're going to get a wife and set up housekeeping for yourself.
Oh, no, Mr. Benny, don't look at it that way.
What do you mean?
You ain't losing a butler, you're gaining a cook.
Well, right now, I sure could use one. Anyway, good luck, Rochester. I hope you'll be very happy.
Thanks, boss. Goodbye.
Goodbye. How do you like that? Rochester's going to get married. Oh, well.
Pardon me, Mr. Benny. I realize that I won't be seeing you, and I decided to come back.
And you want to apologize?
No, I want my $10.
Dennis, I told you I'd give you the money. Now sit down and be quiet. What an ungrateful bunch. I'll be glad to start my vacation. I don't know. I'd like to go to London, maybe then go to Paris, Rome, Venice.
Jack, you wouldn't go to Venice after what happened the last time we were there.
Well, what happened, Jack? Mary, it's not such a big thing.
Well, I'm going to tell it anyway. Well, we were touring Europe, and we'd been in Paris, and then from Paris we went to Rome.
Oh.
And while in Rome, we decided to go to Venice.
Oh, boy, I bet those canals in Venice must be fascinating.
Oh, they're wonderful, Bob. Anyway, we arrived at night and checked into the Grandinelli Hotel, and the next morning I met Jack in the lobby. Jack, did you get the tickets for the sightseeing tour?
Yes, Mary, and the gondola will leave in a few minutes.
Signora Benny.
Yes?
I am the bel captain. The gondola for the sightseeing tour, she will be ready to leave.
Are we getting a nice gondola?
Very nice. There is one that leaves in an hour, but that one is more expensive.
Why?
On that gondola, the singer is Mario Lanza.
Oh, that's where he's working. I must tell Dory. Well, come on, Mary.
Gosh, Jack, what a thrill. You know, this is the first time I've ever been in a gondola.
Yeah, I didn't know it held so many people. I'm sure glad we came out on this sightseeing tour.
Oh, Jack, the guide is getting up to point out the places of interest.
Yeah, come on, Mary. Let's get closer to him. So many interesting things in Venice. I don't want to miss a word he says. Excuse me.
Jack, you're close enough to him.
Desidero sottoscrivere I famosi storici palazzi che c'è sul mondo, ma quest'uomo ha un piede soldio.
What'd he say? What'd he say? Huh? What'd he say? What'd he say? What'd he say? What'd he say? Huh? What'd he say? What'd he say?
Il fatto che lo rompo il naso a me fa via e ancora i pesi in piedi.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
Jack.
Just a minute, Mary. Say, mister, do you understand Italian?
Yes, I do.
Oh, good. What did he say?
He said you're standing on his foot.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll step back.
Jack!
Mary!
Oh, miss, shall I help you get him back into the boat, or did you push him?
Please, will you please help me? Here, Jack, take my hand.
Easy does it now. There we are. Thanks, mister. Oh, boy, am I wet.
Per piacere non mettere dietro in gondola, uomo, perché la mia gamba.
What'd he say, huh? What'd he say?
He said you're dripping on his leg.
Well, if he thinks I'm going to step back again, he's crazy.
Say, wait a minute. Aren't you Jack Benny?
Yes. Io sono più grande artista che il mondo s'hanno visto.
Well, now, wait a minute. I thought you couldn't speak Italian.
What'd you say?
He said he was one of the greatest comedians in the world.
That he can say in Chinese.
Mary, please.
No, noi abbiamo il piazzo che è famoso perché là canta le gondolieri.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
He said we are now approaching the plaza, which is famous throughout the world for its singing gondoliers.
Oh, yes. Look. See, all those people sitting out on the pier. Where else would you see anything like this?
You better sit down. Our gondola's starting to move again.
Gosh, I wouldn't have missed this trip for anything. It's so picturesque here in Venice.
Oh, Jack, look at those signs along the side of the canal.
Signs?
Yeah, I'll see if I can read them as we pass. Prendere un punta da uno che conosco. Talia tua Barbara, ma non tua naso. Burma shave.
Mary, where does it say Burma shave?
On that last sign. Burmata Radera. That's Burma shave.
Burmara Radera means Burma shave? Holy smoke, I better learn what these Italian words mean.
Why?
I had that on my strawberries this morning. And I liked it. Well, I'll just have...
Jack, sit down. You're rocking the gondola, and we're getting into heavy traffic.
Yeah, just look at all those gondolas going in every direction. It's a wonder they don't bump into each other. What was that?
Well, it's that man sitting over there in that little boat. He used to work for the traffic department.
Well, what's the matter with him?
He went crazy trying to paint a white line down the middle of the canal.
Well, that is a problem. Why didn't he try watercolors? Mary!
Miss, are you sure you didn't push him?
Of course not. Now help me get him in the boat.
Okay.
No. Don't grab him by the hair. Here, Jack, here's my hand.
These boats are too narrow.
What do you mean too narrow? You even fell off the lurleen.
Only one. Yeah, I'm cold. I think achoo!
Saturarum coscia.
Thank you.
He said break a leg.
It sounds so nice in Italian.
Jack, look, why don't you just sit down and enjoy the ride like everybody else?
Okay, but gee, I'm so wet.
Well, it's your own fault.
Signori e signori, noi passiamo il famoso americano riunione spazio in Venezia.
The guy just pointed out the famous American rendezvous in Venice called Harry's Bar.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that. That's where all the Americans in Venice come for cocktails.
Oh, we must go there, Jack.
And say, Mary, did I tell you the wonderful joke I made up about Frankie Remley? I'm going to do it on our first broadcast next season.
Look, you're on a vacation. Forget Joe.
No, Mary. This will be sensational. Oh, on the program. It'll be great. Now, get this. I'm going to say that when we were in Venice, Frank Remley went into Harry's bar and sat down at a table with one of the natives. Remley took a drink, and then the native took a drink. Then Remley took another drink, and the native took another drink. They kept drinking and drinking till the native couldn't see anymore.
What's so funny about that?
Mary, don't you get it? Remley is the first guy in the world ever to drink a Venetian blind. Mary, don't you get it? Venetian. Mary.
Here, miss, I'll help you.
Never mind. This time I pushed him.
Mary. Now, Mary, you made up the whole thing. That's not what happened in Venice.
Now, Jack, I didn't exaggerate at all. That's exactly what it...
Oh, wait a minute. Hello?
Hello, boss. I got some more news for you.
What is it now, Rochester?
The wedding's off. I ain't going to get married.
Why? What happened?
A girl ran off and married another fella.
Oh, she didn't love you, eh?
Oh, no, she loved me, boss, but she married for money.
Oh, this other fellow's rich?
No, but he's got some.
All right, Rochester. So we won't have a cook. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, since this is the last show of the season, I want to take this opportunity on behalf of my entire cast, my sponsors, to thank you for listening, and I hope you'll all be with us again when we resume broadcasting September 13th. Good night, everybody.
The Jack Benny Program. Starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis St. Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, immediately after this radio program, Jack does his television show. But meanwhile, let's go out to Jack Benny's house in Beverly Hills. It's morning, and he's just finished his breakfast.
Did you enjoy your breakfast, Mr. Benny?
Oh, yes, it was wonderful. You know, Rochester, I like starting off with that pink grapefruit. Where do those pink grapefruits come from?
Florida.
Florida, eh? I wonder what makes them pink.
When they see the size of our California grapefruit, they blush.
Oh, Rochester, you're cute. And that was a swell breakfast.
Say, Mr. Benny, you've got a little bit of egg on your chin.
I have? Hand me a spoon.
Oh, boss, wipe it off. It's not enough to save.
I'm not going to save it. I just didn't want to dirty a napkin. You know, our Bendix machines are loaded here. Hello, Polly. I said, hello, Polly. Rochester, why does Polly seem afraid of me?
Well, you know how you force it.
Well, she needn't worry. This year we're going to buy the egg. Hello, Polly.
How?
That's better. Rochester, it's such a beautiful day, I think I'll go for a walk.
You've been taking a lot of walks lately, Mr. Benny.
I know. You see, when I left the hospital and went to Palm Springs, the doctor told me I was fine, but I ought to get a little more exercise.
How would you like to mow the lawn?
No, I'll walk. Don't be so good to me, you know. I'll see you later. Gee, it's certainly nice out today. Everything looks so beautiful. The air smells so fresh. I feel great since I got out of the hospital. A person doesn't realize the tremendous advances medical science has made. All those new wonder drugs they've invented. Auramycin, Auramycetin, cortisone, penicillin, and the 4-way cold tablet. Now they've even got a 12-way cold tablet. That's for people who get sick watching three-dimensional pictures. That stay in the hospital sure did me a lot of good. No business, no phone calls. Just wonderful rest and quiet. Doctors wanted me to stay in the hospital a little longer, but I insisted on getting out. $20 a day. Fortunately, I was getting 25 from the Blue Cross. I think next week I'll tell them I'm out. Hey, there's that cute little Washburn girl playing with her doll. Hello, Beverly.
Oh, hello, Mr. Benny. It's nice to see you out of the hospital.
Oh, thank you, Beverly.
What did you have, a boy or a girl? No, honey. I had the flu. Gee, I didn't know there were boys, girls, and flus.
No, Beverly, you're mixed up. You see, the flu is like a cold.
Well, didn't you bring anything from home to the hospital?
No.
Then they cheated you. Every time my mommy goes, she brings home a baby.
She does?
Yes.
She's such a good customer. Last time they gave her 2.
I know. You're twin brothers. Well, see you later, Beverly. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
Gee, she's cute. Thinking that I had a baby. Imagine me having a baby. That would drive my press agent nuts. That little Beverly is a doll. Her parents named her Beverly because she was born here in Beverly Hills. Her brother's name is Pismo. Oh, boy, this walk is sure making me feel good. I wonder if... Oh, hello, Dennis.
Sure, me gone at top of the morning. It's a pleasure equal to kissing the blarney stone itself, running into the light to you and maybe wishing you a happy St. Patrick's Day there.
Wait a minute, Dennis. Aren't you celebrating St. Patrick's Day a little late?
Oh, I forgot about it.
Dennis, how could you possibly forget? Everybody was wearing green shirts and green ties and green socks, and the women were wearing green dresses and green hats.
I thought it was a publicity stunt for chlorophyll.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Oh, by the way, Dennis, I'm a little disappointed in you. You didn't come to visit me when I was in the hospital.
Well, I couldn't, Mr. Benny. I was sick at the time myself.
You were? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had to have a doctor and everything. I felt awful. I had chills and fever and temperature and butterflies in my stomach.
No kidding. What did the doctor do?
He told me to stop eating the butterflies.
Dennis, come here a minute.
If you hit me, I'll tell the Blue Cross you're out of the hospital.
Well, goodbye, Dennis. I'll see you later.
Oh, wait a minute, Mr. Benny. Don't you want to listen to the song I'm going to do on the show next week?
Listen to it here? Here on the street? It'll be embarrassing.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Mr. Benny. The last time I sang on the street, people started throwing money out of the windows.
Sing, kid. I'll get a broom.
Oh, the day and the night.
Well, how'd you like my song, Mr. Benny?
Just a minute, Dennis. 65, 70, 75, 80. No, that's a bottle cap. That's the one that landed right on my nose.
They're right. Pepsi-Cola hits the spot.
Yeah. Well, so long, Dennis.
Goodbye.
That was a nice song that Dennis sang. Probably be a big hit. I never could understand why the song I wrote wasn't a hit. When you say I beg your pardon, then I'll come back to you. When you ask me to forgive you, I'll return. Like the swallows at Serrano, come back to... Say, now I know what's wrong with my song. It stinks. Well, someday I'll write a big hit that will...
Hey, can you tell me how to get to the farmer's market?
Yes, you turn right... Hey, aren't you my friend from Calabasas?
Yes, sir. Hi, Rube.
Hi. The farmer's market's on the corner of 3rd and Fairfax. You come into town to buy something?
No, I'm taking this truckload of stuff from a farm to sell.
Oh. What do you got in the truck?
Pig's knuckles.
Pig's knuckles?
Yeah, the pigs were driving me crazy, always cracking them.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, I'm not. Quiet, Porky. Well, I better get going, Rube. I'm in a hurry.
Why, what's the rush?
I want to get home before 8 o'clock. This is going to be a big night in Calabasas. They're reopening the movie house. They put in a new modern feature.
Oh, you mean 3-dimensional pictures?
No, talkies.
Well, I hope you enjoy them.
Oh, I will. Can't wait to hear that Valentino fella talk. He's a hot one.
Yeah. Well, goodbye.
So long, Rube. I'm the sheep of
There's a real friendly person. Great fan of mine, too. He's waving goodbye to me. Oh, no, it's one of the pig's knuckles. But a fan is a fan. Gee, I had no idea I walked this far. Here's Don Wilson's house. I wonder if Don is home. Must be. The house is tilted. I'll drop in and surprise him.
Why, Jack Benny, what a pleasant surprise.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Wilson. I was just out for a stroll, thought I'd drop in. Don's home, isn't he?
Yes, come right in.
Thank you.
You look wonderful, Jack. How are you feeling now?
Oh, great. You know, I had a nice rest in Palm Springs. Where's Don?
He's in the living room practicing his diction.
Practicing his diction?
Yes. You know, an announcer has to practice every day, just like a musician.
I never knew that.
I'll call him. Oh, Don. Donald. Honey. Sweetheart. Fatso.
Are you sure he's in the living room?
Oh, yes. He gets so absorbed when he practices his diction. Let's go in.
How now, brown cow? The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. How now, brown cow? Peter Piper picks a peck of pickled peppers. She sells seashells by the seashore.
Oh, Don.
How now, brown cow? Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I was very hard. Oh, hello, Jack.
Oh, hello, Don. Don't let me interrupt. Go right ahead with you. Hey, I didn't know the Sportsman Quartet was here with you. Hello, fellas. Don, what what are you and the sportsman working on?
We've all been practicing our diction.
The sportsman, too?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we have a wonderful song prepared for the show. Would you like to hear it?
Why, sure, as long as I'm here.
All right, fellas, take it.
How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow?
Okay, take it now.
You got to act to make the positive limb. When it's the negative, latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. You got none, create the clarity. Use words with familiarity and add to your popularity. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. To illustrate our last remark, told in the way of knowing the art. What did they say? Just when everything looked so dark.
Pass the dictionary.
Accent, to make the positive eliminate the negative and lash on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. No, don't mess with Mr. In Between. How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow? No, don't mess with Mr. In Between. How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow?
Wonderful, Don. It'll be swell on the show.
I knew you'd like it.
Well, I gotta be going. I'm taking my daily walk.
Oh, but Jack, it was such a short visit. Why don't you stay and have lunch with Don? I'm sure there'll be enough for both of you.
No, thanks. I'm not hungry.
Good.
Goodbye, Mrs. Wilson.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Jack.
Goodbye, brown cow. See you later. Gosh, I walked all the way down to the shopping district. Drucker's Barber Shop. Haircuts, $1.50. How do you like that? They raised the price. Last time I got one, they were 40 cents. Say, what smells so good? So it's this bakery here. Oh, boy, look at those nice-looking cakes in the window. I think I'll go in and buy something.
Yes, sir, what can I do for you?
Well, I don't know. Everything looks so good here. What do you recommend?
Well, we got pies, cakes, donuts, brownies, and Cimarron rolls.
What?
Cimarron rolls.
Don't you mean cinnamon?
That's what I said, Cimarron rolls.
Well, I don't want any of those. I want to know, have you got any lady fingers?
I used to have, but I had to get rid of them. They kept cracking their knuckles.
Don't be so smart. I came in here to buy something. Now, let's see. Well, I know. I'll have a half a dozen donuts, that chocolate cake, and, let's see, I'll have this Napoleon.
That's a Josephine.
Well, miss, I've been having those for years. It's a Napoleon.
It's a Josephine. This is Danish pastry.
I'll have it anyway. And say, on second thought, I think I'll have some of those Cimarron rolls.
What?
I said I'll have some of those Cimarron rolls.
Don't you mean cinnamon rolls?
Yeah, give me 6 of them. Now, how much is it altogether?
Let's see. Donuts, chocolate, pastry, and half a dozen Cimarron rolls. That comes to $1 even.
$1? Well, here you are. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And call again. You're quite a character.
Rochester will be happy I stopped at the bakery. He loves donuts. I'll put a candle on one of them. Tomorrow's his birthday. Gee, look at all the new sets in this television store window. Hey, they're advertising my TV show that goes on today. Says, don't miss Jack Benny's version of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Oh, boy, I love those shows where I can play two parts.
Hi, Jack. What are you doing here?
Huh? Oh, Bob Crosby. I was just looking at these television sets. Where are you going, Bob?
Oh, nowhere. Just coming from Remley's house. You see, Frankie's sick in bed with the flu.
Gosh, everybody seems to have had it. Is Remley taking good care of himself?
Oh, yes. Starts out in the morning with a hot toddy. 9 o'clock, he has grapefruit juice and bourbon. 10 o'clock, he has orange juice and vodka. At noon, he has lime and gin. He keeps repeating this until bedtime.
Well, for heaven's sake, who's his doctor?
Oh, he hasn't got a doctor. He's got a bartender.
Well, of all the... Why doesn't he get a doctor?
What? And get well?
What a guy. Well, I got to be running along, Bob. Don't forget my television show this afternoon.
Well, don't worry, Jack. I'll be watching it.
Watching it? You're on it.
Oh, yes. Well, see you later.
So long. Oh, Bob.
Yes?
You know, I got something funny to tell you. You know that word that you always have so much trouble pronouncing?
Manischewitz?
Yes. Well, I just ran into a fellow in a bakery who couldn't pronounce cinnamon rolls.
Well, how do you like that? You mean he couldn't say Cimarron rolls?
Yeah. So long, Bob. So long. Imagine Bob almost forgetting my TV show. Gee, I can't wait till I get on and do Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The part I like is when I change from the nice, kind-hearted Dr. Jekyll into the mean, cruel Mr. Hyde. Boy, that really takes acting. Oh, my goodness. People are looking at me. I'm so embarrassed. Thank you. Gee, look what time it is. I better get down to the TV studio.
Extra, get your paper here. Latest election returns.
Election return?
Extra, Herbert Hoover elected president of the United States. Hoover defeats Alfred E. Smith. Extra, Herbert Hoover, new president. Extra.
That's what I get for transcribing my show so far in advance. Oh, well, I better hurry. Good night, folks.
Jack Benny is a regular feature of the United States Armed Forces Radio Service.
Jack Benny program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike. You know, friends, smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is...
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting, fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
This is Don Wilson. You know, your enjoyment of a cigarette depends on its taste. That's true, friends. Smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Now, there are two mighty good reasons for that. The first one you already know. LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Light, naturally mild, good-tasting tobacco. And second, Lucky's are made to taste better. Made round and firm and fully packed to draw freely and smoke evenly. So, friends, if you want all the real deep-down smoking enjoyment you can get from a cigarette, be happy. Go Lucky. Because smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better. Next time, ask for a carton of Lucky Strike.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jack Benny's first radio broadcast of the season. Immediately after, he'll do his opening television show over the CBS network. But now, we'd like to take you back to a Friday morning several weeks ago and look in on Jack Benny's home in Beverly Hills.
Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. That song sure is true. It's easy living in the summer. I've been sleeping late every morning, going to the beach in the afternoon, spending the weekends fishing with my friends. I wish Mr. Benny would come back from his vacation so I could go on mine. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. The front door. Yes? What is it, gentlemen?
We're from the North American Van and Moving Company.
Moving company?
Yeah. Isn't this Ronald Coleman's house?
No. The Coleman's moving away?
Yeah, we're moving them today.
Well, they live next door, the house on the right.
Thanks. Go ahead, Joe. Let's go get the stuff.
Gee, I thought it was a mailman. I haven't heard a word from Mr. Benny in over 2 weeks. And then all he sent me was a postcard. He said he was invited to a big luau and had a wonderful time. I didn't know what luau meant, so I looked it up. It's a Hawaiian word meaning stuff yourself, the food is free. I remember once. Uh-oh, the front door again. Yes, sir?
We're from the Beacon's Van and Storage Company.
Oh, you got the wrong house. The Colemans live next door.
Well, we're not looking for Mr. Coleman. We're here to move Mr. and Mrs. James Stewart.
Oh, the Stewarts. They live in the brick house, the one on the left.
Thank you.
Maybe I ought to do a little work for a change. It's a good idea to get started doing it again. I'll go in the den and see if that needs straightening up. Gee, Mr. Harris has been off the show for 2 years now. I wonder if I ought to wake him up and send him home. Nah, that's Mr. Benny's business. Doggone, this is the busiest day.
Yes? We're from Lyons Van and Storage Company, and we're here to move Mr. and Mrs. William Powell.
William Powell. Oh, they live in that White House right across the street.
Thanks.
Gosh, I can't understand why. Now the phone. Mr. Benny's residence. No, I'm sorry. Mr. Benny's not back from Honolulu yet. What's that? He made an appointment for a haircut next Tuesday? Well, he doesn't have to be here for that. I'll send it over. Goodbye. Well, I better get in the kitchen and... Again! First the door, then the phone. Then the door again. One thing after another.
Rochester, I'm home.
Boss!
Rochester, you seem so surprised that I'm back.
I am. I had no idea you'd come home today.
Well, I thought someone would tell you. I wrote to a lot of people that I'd be home today.
Who did you write to?
The Colemans, the Stewarts, and the Powells. I wonder if they got my letters.
Oh, they got them.
Here, help me inside with my bag. Huh? Rochester, did any of my cast get here yet?
No, were you expecting them?
Yeah, I called them when I got off the boat and told them to come here for an important meeting. Now, Rochester, take my small suitcase up to my room.
What about the two large ones?
Oh, they're filled with dirty laundry. You better wash and iron it right away.
Yes, sir.
And when you're done, I'll give you the names of the people in Hawaii you're to send it back to. And do a good job, eh?
Boss, have we got customers in Hawaii now?
Yes. And you better wash the skirts by hand. That grass can stop up the bending. Now, Rochester, put some chairs. There's the door. I'll get it. Gee, it'll be good getting back on the air. I always get such a thrill out of the first check. And program. Coming.
Oh, hello, Mr. Benny.
Well, Dennis, come on in. Oh, Dennis, it's wonderful seeing you again. You know, you're the first member of my cast I've seen since we went off the air in June. And gosh, it's funny, Dennis. At the end of every season, we all go our separate ways, and then as the summer wears on, I begin to realize how much I miss the gang. And so when I opened the door and saw you here, it gave me such a warm feeling of...
Get it over with. I'm a busy man.
That's a fine greeting. You haven't seen me for 3 months, then you don't even ask me about my trip.
Where are you going?
Where am I going? I just got back. I was in Hawaii for 3 weeks.
Hawaii? Boy, I'd like to go there sometime. What's it like, Mr. Benny?
Dennis, Honolulu is one of the most beautiful spots in the world. You ought to feel the soft, warm sand on the beach.
Get it over with. I'm a busy man.
Look at that. You asked me to tell you about it. I just got home. I'm not going to stand here and let you annoy me.
Say, does the rest of the gang know you're back yet?
Yes, I phoned them from this morning. This morning from the dock there.
From the dock?
Yeah.
Oh, then you just got back today.
Yes, on the Lurleen.
How was the boat trip?
The boat trip?
Uh-huh.
Dennis? I can't tell you what...
Get it over with. I'm a busy man.
As long as the rest of the gang haven't arrived yet, let me hear the song you're going to do on the first program.
Yes, sir.
That kid is the only one I know who can undo a 3-month rest in 2 minutes.
When
these hands I will bring to you a tender love as warm as May. With this heart I will sing to you long after stars have lost their glow. And with these hands I'll provide for you. Should there be a stormy sea, I'll turn the tide for you. And I'll never, no, I'll never leave you.
Dennis, that really sounded swell. Only when you do it on the program, I want you to pick up the tempo a bit, you see, and hold the finish just a little bit longer.
Well, my mother likes it this way.
Oh, she does, eh? Well, what does your mother know about music?
Plenty. Liberace couldn't get along without her.
Liberace? What does she do for him?
Before every show, she waxes his teeth.
Well, that certainly makes her Toscanini the friendly credit band leader. Now, Dennis, as long as we're... Dennis, you stay right here while I answer the door.
Hello, Jack.
Mary! Mary Dollface, let me look at you. Gee, you look wonderful.
Oh, thanks. Dennis is here, isn't he?
Yes, how did you know?
You look awful.
It didn't take 2 minutes. But, Mary, it's sure good to see you. Come here, I'm going to give you a big kiss.
Oh, Jack.
No, come here, let me kiss you.
All right.
There. How is that?
It'll never make the Kinsey report. Come on, let's go in. Well, hello, Dennis.
Hello, Mary. When'd you get back from Las Vegas?
Last week.
Hey, I didn't know you went up to Vegas. Did you enjoy yourself?
Uh-huh.
I went to Palm Springs this summer.
Palm Springs? In the summer? Dennis, why in the world would anyone...
Wait a minute, Mary. Wait. Mary, don't get into any silly routines with Dennis.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Anyway, Jack, I had a good time in Vegas.
Yeah, it certainly is an exciting town, Las Vegas. Gosh, I've been there a lot of times. In fact, I even lost some money gambling. You know.
I know. It was on a slot machine in the Flamingo. The third one from the right as you enter the casino.
That's right, Mary. How did you know?
They have a little plaque there that reads, Jack Benny fainted here.
I don't care. It's good publicity. Anyway, Mary, I got to tell you and the gang about the wonderful time I had in Hawaii.
I spent the summer in Palm Springs.
Dennis, why...
Wait a minute, Mary. Don't you ask him. I'll do it. Me, he's already made a wreck out of. Dennis, you spent the summer in Palm Springs?
Uh-huh, and I had a swell time.
Look it. I don't know. Well, all right. Look, how can you possibly enjoy yourself in Palm Springs in all that heat? In the summer, it gets to be 120 degrees in the shade.
I was smart. I didn't stay in the shade. See what I do to myself?
Mary, that proves I love you, doesn't it?
Well, if you really love me, get me a cold drink, will you, please? I'm thirsty.
Okay, Mary, what do you want?
Ginger ale will be all right.
Okay, Rochester!
Yes, boss?
Will you please bring Miss Livingston a glass of ginger ale?
I'm sorry, but we haven't got any.
We haven't? Look, when I left for Hawaii, we had 3 cases of ginger ale.
Well, it's all gone now.
Rochester, tell me the truth. Did you have a party here while I was gone?
Well, yes, boss, in July.
What date in July?
Just July.
Look, Rochester, I don't mind your having a little... Come in! Rochester, look, and I don't mind your having a little party while I'm gone, but then when you take advantage of...
Hello, Jack. Hi, everybody.
Oh, hello, Don. Don, it's awfully nice to see you.
Did you have a nice vacation?
I sure did.
Glad to hear it, Don. Where'd you spend your summer?
In the Brown Derby.
3 months in a restaurant?
Oh, no, Jack. There's a little summer resort way up north known as the Brown Derby. It's a wonderful place.
Oh.
Lovely climate, great fishing and swimming. Oh, and by the way, Marilyn Monroe was up there.
How's the scenery?
Dennis. You know, it's funny that you mention her, Don. You know, Marilyn Monroe is going to be on my television show.
She is?
Yeah.
Why, I saw her picture in the newspaper, and she had her leg in a cast. Understand she broke her ankle.
She tried everything, but Jack's holding her to her contract.
Mary, she's going to be on my program because she wants to, and she's going to be wonderful on it.
You know, I saw her and Jane Russell in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, and they were terrific.
Dennis, where'd you see that picture?
In Palm Springs.
Oh.
That day it was 130 in the shade.
I know.
You know, Jack, one of the hit songs from that picture is Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, and that's going to be our commercial on the program.
Wait a minute, Don. The Sportsman Quartet would sound silly doing that number. That song should be done by girls.
Oh, I know. That's why I brought their wives over. I want you to hear it first.
Oh, the Sportsman's wives?
Yeah, I'll get them, Jack. They're right outside.
Oh.
Oh, girls, come on in.
Well, hello, girls. That's their wives, all right. Now, let me hear the number, will you?
Okay. Take it, girls.
A kiss on the hand may be quite continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. A kiss may be grand, but it won't pay the rental on your humble flat, or help you at the automat. Men grow cold as girls grow old, and we all lose our charms in the end. But square cut or pear shape, these rocks don't lose their shape. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Remember, my dear, when it's smokes you are choosing, a lucky is a girl's best friend. The reason is clear, the tobacco they're using has no puff that's rough. Yes, sure enough, there's no rough puff. Lucky strikes the smoke you like, 'cause they're made of that one perfect blend. The masculine gender should always remember to buy her Luckies. Those better tasting Luckies made much better, that's why. To win a fair lady's heart, give Luckies by the carton, that's the smoke she's sure to like. To be happy, so Lucky's try.
Well, that was just wonderful, girl. Don, I must congratulate you on such a great idea.
Well, thanks, Jack.
Say, Jack, now that we're all here, what'd you call us over for?
We're not all here. Bob Crosby is late.
I wish you'd get here so we can get this over with. I'm a busy man.
Dennis, we know all about how busy you are with your own TV show and your records and movies.
Besides that, this summer I started raising tropical fish.
Tropical fish? Say, that's a nice hobby.
Yeah, they're delicious.
Mary, when are you going to learn?
Hi, Jack. Hi, Jack. Hello, everybody.
Hey, it's Bob Crosby.
Hi, Bob.
door was open, so I just walked in.
Well, we've been here waiting for you so we can have our little meeting. You know, kids, Bob was in Honolulu while I was there.
I didn't know that, Bob. Did you go alone?
Oh, no. I took my wife and my 5 kids, a nurse for the baby, and a cook and a maid.
Did you go on the lure line, too?
Oh, yes, Don. That was exciting, especially as we were landing in Honolulu. My whole family and all of our help lined up at the boat rail, and we sang aloha to the people on the dock.
Wait a minute, Bob. The people on the dock are supposed to sing to you.
Well, I know, but we outnumbered them.
Oh, I see.
Jack, you said when Bob got here, you'd tell us what this meeting was all about. Now, what is it?
Well, now look, kids, we're about to start a new season, and naturally, we all wanted to start off big. So I got in touch with my publicity man, Steve Bradley. He told me to have the whole cast here this afternoon. He's going to take a lot of pictures.
Oh, that's swell.
And that reminds me, Bob, you better get all the boys in your band together, because we'll want some pictures of them, too.
Oh, but that might be kind of tough getting all of them.
Why?
Well, during the summer, they'd take another job.
Oh.
In fact, Frankie Remley formed his own orchestra and is appearing every night at the Cinegrill in the Hollywood Roosevelt.
No kidding. Frankie Remley's got his own orchestra? Well, good for Frankie. At the cinema. Did he get a good deal?
Oh, certainly. He had a smart agent. All the men in his band get scale, but Frankie signed for $60 a week and all the drinks he wanted.
God.
Yeah, but the second week the hotel changed that to no drinks and $1,000 a week.
I knew they'd find out sooner or later. So Frankie's working at the Cinegrill. What does he call his orchestra?
Well, on the marquee he bills himself, Frankie Remley and my 6 convicts.
What do you know? I bet they play the sweetest music this side of the Chino Honor Farm. You know, kids, some night, let's all go down there and come in.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Benny.
Hiya, Steve. Hey, it's good to see you.
No time for chatter. We've got to get this publicity campaign rolling. Now, Benny, first we're going to get a picture of you giving a waiter a $5 tip.
What?
Stage money.
Oh.
Now, Mary, I've got a sympathetic angle for you. We'll show you selling stockings at the Bay Company.
Hey, that's great. You know, that's her old job.
What do you mean, old job? That's what I did this summer.
No kidding. Say, Steve, have you anything planned for Bob Crosby and Dennis Day?
Have I? I've got a stunt for Crosby here that'll have his name in newspapers from coast to coast.
Hey, that's great. What do I do?
You're going to sue the city where you were born, Spokane, Washington, for $10 million.
Sue them? What for?
You're going to claim they mixed up your birth certificate. You're really Bing, and Bing is you.
What? Now, wait a minute, Steve. What about my mother?
We'll sue her, too.
Hey, Bob, that's a great idea.
What have you got in mind for me?
Oh, Dennis, boy, you're a cinch. I have an idea that'll make you the most talked of person in the country overnight.
Yeah, what do I have to do? What? Huh?
Commit suicide.
Suicide?
But I've got to find some novel way for him to do it.
Maybe I could eat nothing but chlorophyll and green myself to death.
Dennis.
Wonderful idea, kid. We'll save it for St. Patrick's Day.
Look, Steve.
Now we got to get some publicity pictures. I've got my photographer waiting out in the hall. Oh, Frank.
Oh, no. Are you the photographer?
Well, what do you think I am holding up this flashbulb? A glowworm?
Come on, Frank. Let's get moving. First, you'll take some pictures of Benny, and I want you to make it look real good.
Yeah! This is going to be a challenge to Eastman Kodak.
Now, look, you...
Quiet till I finish focusing. Now, hold still.
Do you want me to smile?
You don't have to. I'll get your teeth anyway. This is an X-ray camera.
X-ray?
Do you want to make any bones about it?
Now, cut that out! That settles it, Steve. How many times I told you I don't want this photographer to take pictures of me?
Can't understand that, Benny. You're the only star at CBS who has trouble with it.
It's your own fault, Jack. You antagonize him.
I do not.
You do, too!
Now, listen, I've had enough
enough out of you.
Don't raise your voice to me.
This is my house, and I'll do whatever I want.
Oh, no, you won't.
Oh, yes, I will.
Attaboy, sock him.
I think I will.
I was talking to him.
Oh, you were, eh? Well, I've had enough of this. Steve, out, and take that photographer with you.
Okay, Benny, but you're throwing away your future.
He had his future 20 years ago.
That settles it. Out, everybody out. Bunch of smart Alecs. Rochester, fix me something to eat, will you?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. My first day home, all I have is trouble.
I know, boss, but it's sure good to have you back.
Thanks, Rochester. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back in a minute to tell you all about my television show which follows this program. But first, a word to cigarette smokers. Smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is...
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting, fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
This is Don Wilson, friends, to tell you that Lucky's win again. That's right. Lucky's win again in a national smoking survey among college students. Last year, a survey was made at leading colleges throughout the country, which showed that smokers in those colleges preferred Lucky's to any other cigarette. This year, another nationwide survey was made, a representative survey of all students in regular colleges from coast to coast. Based on thousands of actual student interviews, this survey shows that Lucky's lead over all other brands, regular or king size, and by a wide margin. The number one reason this year as last, Lucky's better taste. Yes, Lucky's do taste better. First, because they're made of light, naturally mild, good-tasting tobacco. LS-MFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And then, Lucky's are made better. Made round and firm and fully packed to draw freely, smoke evenly. Actually made to taste better. After all, smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. So be happy. Go Lucky. Get better taste with a carton of Lucky's.
Be happy, go Lucky, get better taste today.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 30 seconds, I'll be doing my first television show, and I'm having Marilyn Monroe as my guest star through the courtesy of 20th Century Fox, producers of The Robe, which will soon be released in their new process, CinemaScope. Now, the television studio is 6 miles from this radio studio, and as I said, I only have 30 seconds. You say it's impossible to go 6 miles in 30 seconds. Believe me, with Marilyn Monroe waiting, I can make it. See you in 30 seconds.
The Jack Benny Show was written by Sam Perrin, Milt Josephsberg, George Balzer, John Tackaberry, Hal Goldman, and Al Gordon, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Martin. Be sure to hear The American Way with consult your newspaper for the time. The Jack Benny program is brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
This is the CBS Radio Network. And KNX Los Angeles, where there's good dancing with the Hollywood Roosevelt Orchestra at 11:15 tonight.
The Jack Benny program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike. You know, friends, smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is...
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting, fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
This is Don Wilson. Friends, there's no question you smoke for enjoyment. The enjoyment you get from the taste of a cigarette. Sure, smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better. Yes, Lucky's taste better. cleaner, fresher, smoother. And there are two very good reasons why. First, as everyone in America knows, LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Light, naturally mild, good-tasting tobacco. Second, Luckies are made better. They're round, firm, fully packed, so they'll draw freely and smoke evenly. Fine tobacco in a better-made cigarette just naturally adds up to better taste. Remember, smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Luckies taste better. So be happy. Go Lucky. Ask for a carton of Lucky Strike and find out for yourself that Luckies really do taste better.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Barry Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, the Sportsman Quartet, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, today is September 20th, and since tomorrow is the first day of fall, I just barely have time to bring you the last rose of summer, Jack Benny!
Well, thank you. Hello again, this is Jack Benny talking, and Don, if I may be so bold as to criticize your facetious introduction, I should like to point out that there's nothing funny about calling a 38-year-old man the last rose of summer. And now, ladies and gentlemen...
Wait a minute, Jack. Hold it. Now, let's get this straight. Did you say you were 38?
Yes.
And last year you insisted you were 39.
That's right.
Well, then how can you be 30...
Some fool hadn't frightened him, I'd have been 37. Now, let's get on with the program because we have a very important sketch to do. Did you rehearse your part, Mary? Mary, I'm talking to you.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, Jack. I was just reading this special delivery letter I got from Mama.
Oh, another letter from your mother, huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, what does the white witch doctor of Plainfield have to say?
Oh, wait, and I'll read it to you.
Okay.
My darling daughter, Mary, I haven't written in a long time, and this letter will contain both good news and bad news. Last week we heard Jack's first radio program of the season. Now for the good news. Papa finally bought us a television set.
Well, they've got a television set.
Sunday night we sat and watched Jack's television show. I liked it, but Papa seemed quite bored until Marilyn Monroe appeared. The repairman charged us $11 to get Papa's head out of the screen. Now for some news about your sister Babe.
Oh, boy, this is the part I like.
Babe went to Atlantic City for the bathing beauty contest.
No kidding.
She entered again this year as Miss Coal Miner.
No.
I guess they always pick her because she looks so much like John L. Lewis.
Poor Babe. She has to pay a hairdresser $10 for her eyebrows alone, you know.
No other news, so we're closed now. Your loving mother, Zsa.
You know, Mary, sometimes... Oh, hello, Dennis.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, the song I'm going to sing today
Wait a minute, Dennis. You just came in. Why are you in such a hurry to sing your song?
I've got to rush over to the hospital to have my appendix taken out.
Gosh, Wait, Dennis. Didn't you have your appendix taken out last year?
Uh-huh.
Well, why do you want them to operate again?
I joined the Blue Cross and I want to get my money's worth.
Oh, look, kid, if you've had your appendix taken out once, you can't have it taken out again.
Are you sure?
Well, of course I'm sure.
Well, can't they open me up and rummage around a little?
Oh, stop, and don't argue with me anymore. After all, I know more about appendectomies than you do.
At rehearsal, he couldn't even pronounce it.
Look, Chisweeze, be quiet, will you? Now, let's stop the subject.
Oh, what does a guy say?
Mr. Benny's line is flashing.
Yeah, I wonder what gentlemen prefer money wants now.
I'll plug in and find out. Yes, Mr. Benny. Yes, sir, I'll climb right away. Oh, gosh, Mabel. Ain't it awful getting back to work after a vacation?
Yeah. Say, Gertrude, where did you go this summer?
Yeah, no place particular. Once, though, I went deep-sea fishing. It was awful. I was never so insulted in all my life.
Well, why? What happened?
When we got back to the dock, some smart aleck hung me up by my feet and had his picture taken. Imagine that guy making out I was a fish.
Gee, you must have been out on that boat a long time. You sure got sunburned.
Why, am I still peeling?
Yeah. Let's hope what's underneath looks better.
Sing my song now.
Dennis, can't you sing a little later?
No.
Why not?
I've already taken the anesthetic. I may be asleep by then.
Now, cut that out. Just sing your song and stop with that silly talk about anesthetics and your appendix.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hold it a second. Hold it. Just a minute, Dennis. Mary, I meant to tell you I saw the latest copy of The Woman's Home Companion, and there's a swell picture of you on the cover.
Well, thanks, Don.
The song I'm going to sing is...
Wait a minute, Dennis. Don, for your information, my picture's on that cover, too.
Oh, I know it is, Jack, and I want to ask you something. Why in the world would they use your picture on a woman's magazine?
Have you ever seen him walk?
Shall I sing now?
Yeah, sing.
It's a sad thing to realize that you've a heart that never melts. When we kiss, do you close your eyes, pretending that I'm someone else? You must break the spell, this cloud that I'm under. So please, won't you tell, darling, where is your heart? It's a sad thing to realize that you've a heart that never melts. When we kiss, you close your eyes, pretending that I'm someone else. You must break the spell, this cloud that I'm under. So please won't you tell?
Dennis, that was beautiful. You know, every season I think that your voice is so perfect it can't improve. And then, the opening of the next season, you surprise me by being better than ever. You really have a wonderful voice, Dennis. You should be proud. Oh, for heaven's sake. Somebody take him out of here and wake him up.
Well, I will, Jack.
Thanks. Be sure to come back, because, boy, you both have parts in our sketch tonight.
Jack, what's the sketch about?
Well, Mary, tonight we're going to do our version of that new Technicolor saga of the South Seas. Return to Paradise, which starred Gary Cooper.
And I guess you'll play the lead.
Yep. Anyway, I felt that since I had been to the South Pacific, it would give me a good reason to do the picture.
He's right, Marion. It'll be a natural for me, too.
Oh, hello, Bob.
Hi, Jack. You know, Mary, I was in Hawaii this summer the same time that Jack was.
I know, Bob. In fact, the other day I met your wife, and she showed me pictures of you riding a surfboard.
Yeah, I really went in for that surfboard in a big way.
Gosh, it looks awfully hard.
Well, it is, but I practiced balancing myself, and before I left, I was able to go out into the ocean, get on the board, and come all the way into shore standing up.
Well, that's more than your musicians can do right here in the studio. Believe me, huh?
Now,
Now, you look, Jack, I told you last week the boys don't like you always picking on them.
Oh, these boys don't?
No, and I'm warning you. If you say anything tonight about Remley, he's going to sock you. That's what his psychiatrist told him to do.
Wait a minute. Remley is going to a psychiatrist?
Why, he goes every day, and he's psychoanalyzed for hours. Just the three of them locked in a room.
The three of them?
Yeah, the psychiatrist, Frankie, and that little green man on his shoulder.
Oh, you mean Clyde? Oh, he's cute.
Yeah. Anyway, the psychiatrist explained that there really isn't any little man there. Remley just thinks so because he drinks so much.
Well, do you think the psychiatrist will cure him from drinking?
Well, he didn't get to Frankie. He's still working on Clyde.
Gee, I didn't know Clyde drank. Anyway, Bob, that's what's wrong with your boys. That's all they think about. They never pay any attention to their music.
Oh, not all of them, Jack. You take Bagby, the piano player, for instance. Now, he's not like that a bit. He's very serious about his music, and he studies all he can.
Oh, he does, Well, let me show you something. Hey, Bagby.
Yeah?
Come here a minute, will you? He studies music. He knows all about music, everything. Huh? Charlie, I'd like to ask you a few questions about music. Now, how many pedals are there on your piano? 3? Mm-hmm, right. What are these 3 pedals for?
Water, soda, and ginger ale.
Water, soda, and ginger ale?
The electric guitar makes ice cubes.
You can sit down again, Bagby. What a bunch of guys. They didn't have this program. They'd all starve to death.
Don't you be so sure. Why, a couple of weeks ago, Remley made an appearance on the Ralph Edwards show, This Is Your Life.
And they dramatized Remley's life?
No, Clyde's.
Bob. Look, I'd love to continue this intellectual discussion, but we got to get on with the show. Don, set the scene for the sketch.
Don is out in the hall with Dennis.
Oh, for heaven. Is Dennis still asleep?
Uh-huh.
What's he sleeping on?
Don.
Well, look, I'll set the scene myself. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we will present our version of that current United Artists release, Return to Paradise. And in this sketch, I will play the part of... Hello?
Hello, Mr. Benny. This is Rochester.
Rochester, I tried to call you back. What did you want?
The insurance adjuster was over to see you about that accident in the Maxwell.
Oh, yes, that accident to my car. Did he ask you any questions?
Yes, sir. First he asked if you were a reckless driver, and I said no.
Good.
Then he asked if you were on the right side of the street when the accident happened, and I said yes.
Uh-huh.
Then he asked me if you were exceeding the speed limit.
What did you say?
Nothing. We both laughed and went on to the next question.
What was the next question? What was the next question the insurance man asked you?
He wanted to know how come you turned left after you signaled for a right turn.
You explain that to him?
Uh-huh. I told him when you ain't got a steering wheel, you've got to depend on the wind.
Well, certainly. Did you describe the accident to the adjuster?
Yes, sir. I told him that as soon as you started to turn the wrong way, you jammed on your brakes and stopped. And that's when the man hit your car and turned it over.
And it was all his fault.
That's right. He had no business jaywalking.
You said it. Is the adjuster still there?
Oh, no, sir, Mr. Bentley. He left.
Well, I got to get on with the program. Goodbye, Rochester.
Goodbye.
All right, Don, set the scene for our sketch.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we present our version of the Technicolor saga of the South Seas, Return to Paradise. Our story starts 25 years ago on the island of Monterey, a tiny spot of land seemingly lost in the vast expanse of the Pacific, peaceful in appearance, lush with tropical undergrowth.
My name is Gary Benny. I just landed on the island of Matarena after 14 continuous days of rowing. I was hungry, but that didn't worry me because I knew these tropical islands abounded in papayas. I never could figure out why there were so many papayas, because I never saw any mamayas. Anyway, as I was walking along the beach, a native came up to me and said,
Aloha!
Aloha.
Me chief of island.
Oh, for a minute, me thought you was island.
The chief said he would talk to his tribe to see if I could stay. He took me away and put me in a little grass shack. For 3 days, I did nothing but sit in my little grass shack and watch the huma huma nuka nuka apuwaha go swimming by. Then they told me I could stay, and in my honor, they would have a feast that night. I was just getting ready to leave my shack when she was wearing some kind of native garment that fitted her like a glove. I looked again. It was a glove. Then she smiled at me and said,
Me chief's daughter. Me come to take you to luau.
Good. But tell me, just what is a luau?
It is native feast with bananas, berries, pineapple, coconuts, roast pig, steamed fish, and cimarron rolls.
God.
Then, when everybody is full, we bow and give thanks to Great White Father.
Who is Great White Father?
Eisenhower. We still on Lend-Lease.
As we walked to the luau, she told me her name was Maeva. Maeva was beautiful. Not as beautiful as Sinatra's Ava. After the feast, they passed around a bowl of their native drink from which all the warriors drank. The man sitting next to me handed to me, saying,
Here, you drink.
What's in it?
Okula, Maluna, Opanui Nui.
What does that mean in English?
Monashevovitz wine.
The luau progressed, and soon the music started. The music was beautiful, and Bagby was playing the piano, using the third pedal. Then 4 warriors came out and sang one of their war chants.
Ta-wa-ila, ta-wa-wa-ila, hey-wa-ila, pili-ko-wa-lu-ila, ooh-ta-doo-ila, ee-ta-do-ila, hanoli-po-ita-palai. Ta-we-ta-ooh-ila, ta-we-ta-ooh-ila, ta-wa-ila, lucky strike, hey-wa-ila, pili-ko-wa-one we like, ooh-ta-doo-ila, firm and fully packed, mighty free and easy on the draw. Ta-wa-ila, a better taste. Hey-wa-ila, pili-ko, a smoother smoke. Rooty-doo-yak-o, mighty fine tobacco. Honolulu smoke a lucky strike. We are.
Yeah.
Our first choice.
Yeah.
F-D-U-D-U, only better tasting Lucky Pork Tanaka. Lucky Strike is made of mighty fine tobacco. Seventeen. Pop the lucky as you sit beneath the coca tree. With your fishing boy, that smoke you will enjoy. 17. Remember Lucky Strike, and as you watch the hula, Lucky Strike will always help to keep you cooler. Fresh and green and blue, Lucky is the smoke for you. Be happy and go Lucky Strike. Be happy, go Lucky Strike.
Life was pleasant on the island, and as time went on, I fell in love with Maeva. One day I went up to her and said,
Maeva, will you marry me?
Me no can marry you. You commoner. Me princess.
Maeva had been acting this way ever since her picture was on the cover of Woman's Home Companion. But I did not give up. I continued courting her. One day we were at a picnic with the natives. The islanders were all in a happy mood as they talked to each other.
Wakahila mulahuma malahini opa alaha kokomoko. Nui nui ma ukalala pua muli poi poi poo.
No doubt about it. That new Hawaiian writer I hired is terrific. Maeva was in a happy mood, too, and once again I proposed to her. This time she told me the real reason why she wouldn't marry me. It was on account of the ruler of the island, a cruel dictator they called the Master. I decided to let the Master know I was coming to see him by using the jungle telephone system, the native drums.
Leilani. What is it, Mahila? Mr. Benny's drum is beating. Yeah, I wonder what the goon of Manakura wants now. I'll ask him and find out.
She let the Master know I was coming, and I went to his house. He was a cruel ruler. He never let the natives have any fun. He wouldn't allow the native boys to go with the native girls. I also found out that it was he who wouldn't let the papayas have any mamayas. I entered his house, and when I came face to face with him, I said,
Sir, I've come to you not with anger in my heart, but with love. I would like to marry Maeva and live in this beautiful paradise, in some little grass shack nestled under the lush palm trees, cooled by the balmy breezes.
Ah, shut up!
But, sir...
You no can marry Maeva.
Wait a minute. Why are you so harsh? Why don't you allow the natives to enjoy themselves?
If me no have fun, no one have fun.
Why can't you have any fun?
My appendix is killing me.
Well, look, Master, I love Maeva, and I want to marry her.
Okay, me talk him over with my advisor. Malihini inui paupilikia kini popopake mane o Dorton.
Who's that?
Clyde.
They held another consultation and sent me away from the island. They cast me adrift. As the current began to carry me away, I looked back at the distant shore, and there, standing on the beach, was Maeva. I was many miles away, but I could still see her because she was standing on her 200 copies of the Woman's Home Companion. That is my story, but it is not complete. For someday I shall return to paradise.
Jack will be back in just a minute. But first, a word to cigarette smokers.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike me. Fine tobacco, richer tasting. Fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike.
This is Don Wilson, friends. There's no doubt about it. Smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Now, freshness is particularly important. For if a cigarette isn't truly fresh, it can't possibly give you the enjoyment it should. That's why every pack of Lucky's is extra tightly sealed, to bring you Lucky's better taste in all its natural freshness. Yes, Lucky's do taste better because, first, LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Then, two, Lucky's taste better because they're made better, made round and firm and fully packed to draw freely and smoke evenly. So, friends, smoke the cigarette that has better taste when it's made and then brings you all that better taste in a fresh cigarette. Yes, be happy. Go Lucky. Ask for a carton of Lucky Strike and find out for yourself that Lucky's really do taste better.
Be happy, go lucky, get better taste today.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes my second radio program of the season. We'll be with you again next Sunday night at the same time and every Sunday after that until June 6th. Oh, boy, here it is vacation again. Good night, folks.
The Jack Benny Show was written by Sam Perrin, Milt Josephsberg, George Balzer, John Tackaberry, Hal Goldman, and Al Gordon, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks. Be sure to hear The American Way with Horace Height for Lucky Strike every Thursday over this same station. Consult your newspaper for the time. The Jack Benny program is brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
This is the CBS Radio Network. And KNX Los Angeles.